Yo, YouTube! AP the TB! Alric Phoenix, the terrible gamer here. I guess that's TG, not TB. I guess I don't have tuberculosis. Anyways, how's it going? I know that I was not supposed to upload a commentary today, but I kind of decided to do one anyways, because I had an interesting day yesterday. First, the gameplay. This is actually me going knife only. Pretty happy with it. This is just the first round of demolition. The second round is pretty boring. I don't get that many kills. It's over pretty quickly, actually. But I do pretty good this first round. For one of my earliest tries at just going knife only, not too bad. You'll see during the gameplay, I'll be just trying to, I'll crouch and you'll just see me knife, because I'm still getting used to the fact that the thumbstick is actually crouch or knife instead of crouch, when, you know, normally I have it on tactical instead of default. My aim with the throwing knife is the worst. It takes me forever to aim with that thing. I don't know how some people aim so quickly with this. Anyways, so I wanted to talk about the game industry in this commentary. Specifically in this situation about interviewing. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are all, you know, gung-ho for working in the game industry. It's totally awesome. And when you are starting out as an artist or a QA tester, programmer, whatever, when you're an entry level anything, the interview process kind of goes really, really well. You know, really, for the most part, they want to see your portfolio. They want to see, you know, that you have a work ethic. But for the most part, they're looking for the personality. You don't have to worry about, oh, you know, do this specific little terminology, this way of working. It doesn't really matter. You just kind of get in. So, that is for when you're entry level. When you go beyond entry level, if you want to, not everyone wants to, and I get it, but if you go beyond entry level, you get to a point where interviews start kind of sucking. I bring it up because I had I guess I'll just say high-profile game company, a recruiter actually contacted me, which is pretty novelty. I'm chasing this guy around in circles, and wanted to, you know, share my LinkedIn resume, which I keep pretty up to date, with the director, which for me was like super awesome. Someone's like searching me out. Fucking yeah, like a boss. But when you get into these interviews, I forget this. I always forget this thing, and that is that every game company wants to. They always kind of have this impression that their terminology, their way of doing things, and this term will be thrown around for anyone that works in the game industry or wants to work in the game industry. You will hear this a lot. Industry standard. There is no industry standard. Everyone wants to believe they have one. They will swear beyond a shadow of a doubt that the way they do things is the 100% correct way. So I'm in this interview, and they threw out a term. They said performance rank. I've never heard this term before. For me, it could be anything. You know, sometimes you have to performance rank projects or bugs that QA will write, or people. It could mean anything. And I brought it up. I said, you know, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. And darn it all, if she didn't sound offended, that, not even offended, insulted and wary, that, oh, he must not know what he's talking about because he doesn't know what this performance rank thing. But man, it's everywhere. It's even at the place I'm at now. When I first went to that interview again, they also kind of went the whole route of saying, oh, the way we do things here is industry standard. Every company does things so differently that you can never say that. But it annoys me. But yeah, for anyone that ever tries to go for an interview on this stuff, beware of that term, industry standard, because it will bite you if you try and bring it up the fact that, well, you know, and it's a reasonable thing to maybe assume your company, you are not the center of the universe, but you watch out for that term, man. And because people fall in that trap, and I've fallen into it with my early on companies where I thought, you know, this, I guess because they do it this way, this is how everyone does it. Reality is everyone does it so differently, which is normal because the game industry is a pretty fresh thing. It's not like, you know, clothing, where I'm sure people have done things a trillion ways from Sunday and figured out the best way. So yeah, interview tip for game industry: industry standard. People are going to use terminology. Expect to use 8 different terms for anything. Anyways, gameplay's wrapping up. Phoenix is Terrible Gamer. I'm going to be bringing you my first of my knife-only series tomorrow, and then no-kill series next week. So yeah, stay tuned. Phoenix the Gamer. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend.